1. Which of the following best demonstrates the application of adult learning principles in a CAC training program? A. Providing only theoretical knowledge without practice. B. Using passive lecture-based sessions exclusively. C. Encouraging learners to apply real-world construction problems in class. D. Focusing solely on memorization of regulatory codes. 2. When developing a curriculum for CAC preparation, which factor is most critical for alignment? A. Learner preferences alone. B. Industry standards and certification requirements. C. Instructor teaching style. D. Availability of classroom space. 3. Which evaluation method best assesses a candidate's ability to apply regulatory compliance knowledge? A. Multiple choice quizzes only. B. Oral presentation on unrelated topics. C. Scenario-based problem-solving assessments. D. Attendance tracking. 4. In mentoring CAC candidates, which strategy supports professional growth most effectively? A. Giving feedback without context. B. Providing constructive feedback linked to performance outcomes. C. Avoiding feedback to promote independence. D. Allowing mentees to repeat mistakes without guidance. 5. Which communication method is most effective when clarifying safety regulations to CAC learners? A. Complex technical jargon. Clear, concise, and plain language explanations. C. Skipping visual aids. D. Written manuals only. 6. In curriculum development for CAC, the inclusion of case studies primarily helps to A. Fill class time. B. Apply theoretical concepts to practical scenarios. C. Reduce the need for exams. D. Replace regulatory instruction. 7. Which regulatory compliance issue is most critical in construction curriculum for CAC candidates? A. Workplace safety under OSHA standards. B. Personal study habits of learners. C. Instructor's presentation style. D. Classroom attendance. 8. Which mentoring technique best supports skill transfer for CAC trainees? A. Demonstrating tasks and then observing learner application. B. Leaving learners to self-teach. C. Correcting only after repeated failures. D. Limiting training to written manuals. 9. Which evaluation method best measures communication skills in CAC practice tests? A. Peer-to-peer role-play exercises. B. Timed multiple-choice exams. C. Anonymous online surveys. D. Instructor lecture evaluations. 10. What is the most important goal of incorporating formative assessments in CAC exam preparation? A. Certifying learners immediately. B. Providing ongoing feedback to improve learning. C. Avoiding summative assessments. D. Extending training time unnecessarily. 11. When applying adult learning principles, CAC instructors should primarily A. Treat learners as passive recipients. B. Engage learners as self-directed professionals. C. Focus exclusively on memorization drills. Provide no room for discussion. 12. Which strategy best ensures curriculum relevance in CAC exam preparation? A. Frequent review of updated construction codes. B. Using outdated reference material. C. Ignoring industry advancements. D. Repeating old exam questions. 13. Which element of communication most influences effective mentoring in construction? Active listening and feedback. E. Long monologues by mentors. C. Technical jargon without explanation. D. Written reports only. 14. Which tool best evaluates curriculum effectiveness for CAC practice? A. Exit surveys and performance metrics. B. Random attendance checks. C. Unstructured feedback. D. Learner complaints. 15. Which approach demonstrates regulatory compliance training in construction education? A. Simulated OSHA inspections during class. B. Ignoring current safety codes. C. Memorization without context. D. Peer discussions without oversight. 16. What is the primary benefit of mentoring in CAC preparation? A. Shortening study time. B. Guiding learners in applying knowledge to real projects. C. Eliminating need for instructors. D. Avoiding regulatory updates. 17. Which evaluation method is most valid for testing CAC curriculum comprehension? A. Project-based assessment. B. Attendance record only. C. Instructor popularity survey. D. Open discussion without grading. 18. What is a best practice when developing CAC-related instructional materials? A. Aligning with certification exam content outlines. B. Ignoring candidate needs. C. Using unverified online resources. D. Copying outdated material. 19. Which communication barrier most impacts CAC learners? A. Overuse of technical jargon without context. B. Use of real-life examples. C. Providing structured handouts. D. Visual demonstrations. 20. In adult learning, CAC candidates are best motivated by A. Recognition of prior experience and linking to new skills. B. Memorization without application. C. Punitive grading. D. Passive lecture-only methods. 21. Which type of curriculum activity ensures mastery of construction scheduling concepts? A. Simulation of project scheduling scenarios. B. Memorization of glossary terms only. C. Watching a recorded lecture. D. Reading codes without application. 22. How should CAC instructors assess problem-solving skills? A. Presenting case studies with multiple solutions. B. Asking learners to memorize timelines. C. Testing attendance rates. D. Using fill-in-the-blank quizzes. 23. Which adult learning principle emphasizes applying CAC knowledge immediately? A. Experiential learning. B. Passive memorization. C. Jargon-heavy instruction. D. Instructor-only demonstrations. 24. Which method best promotes regulatory compliance awareness in CAC preparation? A. Integrating real OSHA case studies. E. Avoiding compliance discussions. C. Skipping law-related modules. D. Using only textbooks. 25. What is the primary role of communication in CAC team projects? A. Ensuring shared understanding and collaboration. Avoiding conflict by withholding feedback. C. Promoting one-way directives only. D. Ignoring differing opinions. 26. Which mentoring strategy best supports confidence in CAC learners? A. Gradual release of responsibility through guided practice. B. Correcting every minor mistake harshly. C. Withholding guidance until exams. D. Avoiding real-world context. 27. Which assessment method best aligns with CAC's applied learning goals? A. Hands-on project tasks with rubrics. B. Pop quizzes only. C. Attendance checks. D. Memorization exams. 28. Which communication strategy ensures understanding of technical construction content? A. Combining verbal, visual, and written methods. B. Using unexplained acronyms. C. Avoiding diagrams. D. Speaking rapidly. 29. What should be prioritized in CAC curriculum evaluation? A. Alignment with industry standards and learner outcomes. B. Instructor comfort level. C. Student attendance. D. Classroom seating layout. 30. Which principle of adult learning applies to CAC learners with prior construction experience? A. Linking new concepts to past work experiences. B. Ignoring past knowledge. C. Focusing on rote memorization. Avoiding discussion of practical cases. 31. Which mentoring approach fosters independent problem solving? A. Encouraging learners to propose solutions before feedback. B. Providing answers immediately. C. Withholding opportunities for questions. Avoiding discussion of alternatives. 32. Which compliance issue is central to CAC practice test scenarios? A. Worker safety and health regulations. B. Learner dress codes. C. Instructor teaching hours. D. Room arrangements. 33. What is the most reliable measure of CAC training program effectiveness? A. Pass rates on the certification exam. B. Learner satisfaction with refreshments. C. Class attendance rates. D. Instructor evaluations only.